Mario Brown. Thank you for joining me for our afternoon pick me up. I certainly appreciate you liking and sharing this video and commenting. Thank you so much. Continue to do that for me. I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to move back into something real quick. This morning, I did the video on Be Not Conformed, and I wanted to do part 2 real quickly. One of the things that I think is very critical for us to understand is sometimes people will meet us when we're in a space called transition. In this space, we are rough around the edges. We may not have a lot. We're struggling. We're going through. We don't have all of the better things. And they begin to see us and believe that our today is our forever. Now, based upon that, you will be so surprised at how many people love being the top dog while you remain the underdog, because it gives them some level of superiority. So now what they do is begin to, quote unquote, take you under their wings, and they begin to try to shape and mold you. But what I found out is that what those same people do is to keep you limited, that they may always look better than you. So this is why it's important for you to recognize the fact that many people will try to get you to conform to an image that causes them to always look good. You must be sharp in your discernment, because I remember growing up, and so my mom was single. She was raising me and my brother, and we didn't have a whole lot. We struggled. My mom taught school, but she was a single mom. My dad gave her periodically $15 a week when it came for child support. But I thank God so much because my grandfather was in place. And I'm not mad with my dad about that, and that's another video. I'm not mad about that. I have no bitterness at all about that. But at any rate, my mom raised us. My granddad and grandma were there. We were tightly knit family. So I thank God that we had what we needed, but it wasn't an abundance of anything. And what I found out is that people sometimes enjoy that position, particularly if they have to help you. They don't want you to come up. So they don't impart wisdom to you for you to come up. They like doing for you because you will always have to look to them. That's something you got to be real careful about. So I remember praying one day. I said, God, I want to be in a position where we don't have to ask anybody for anything. In my personal life, I don't want to have to borrow any money from anybody. I don't want to have to ask them for anything, because I noticed that when we were in our greatest need, should we have to ask somebody for something, they begin to handle us in a particular way. And I promised God, I said, God, if you would bless us, bless my mother, bless me to not be in that position, I will be eternally grateful, because I saw how people handle you when you were in need. This is why it is critical for you to know today that not everybody enjoys you when you on the come up. When you're on that place where you are doing better and increasing and God is really elevating you, they become some kind of way. They begin to feel some kind of way. And you have to recognize that those people are working in another spirit. And they will try to conform you to what that image is they want to have of you, and try to keep you limited so that you'll always look to them. While you appreciate those days that they help you, it is somehow or another turning now to a place of manipulation and control. This is not the will of God. So this is why we must pray. This is why we must pray. Because even though they say, oh, I'm doing it from my heart. Oh, I just want to help. But here's the thing. You also know how to be nasty and shady. And never let a person forget that I was there when you had nothing. And so this is why I pray all the time for people to learn how to come up so that you will not be dependent upon your oppressor. Because sometimes those people that are helping you are actually your oppressor. They're not trying to help you get self-sufficient. They want you to continue looking to them because that's their thing called control. So this is why I'm praying for you today, that you will recognize the fact that God wants to reposition you for increase. He wants to reposition you so that you're not subject to the oppressor having to feed you. Do not be conformed to the images of a person who does not recognize that your today is not your forever. All right. I hope that helped you. I hope you encourage. Until we meet again, be blessed. Have a great afternoon, great evening. Be safe on your travels home. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Until we meet again, God bless.